Hello guys, welcome to Polish Mastery, and today I thought I would make a video on some interesting and maybe surprising facts about Poland. So, the first thing is the hand gesture that we use to show number 3. Trzy. So as you can see, it's like that, not this way. To be honest, this way, it's kind of very uncomfortable for me to, like my fingers don't really want to go straight. So, like that. It was even shown in a movie, Inglourious Basterds, when that's the way German soldiers find out that they were dealing with American spies, because one of the American soldiers, instead of showing, the hand gesture for 3 like this, he did it this way, and that's what gave them away.
3 Gläser.
And then the next thing, it's a kiss on the cheek. So usually when we meet a family or people we care about, when we meet them or say goodbye to them, we tend to kiss them on the cheek 3 times. Trzy razy. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes it can lead to actually a bit of an awkward situation when, a person was expecting only 2 kisses and kind of moved away. But traditionally, it should be 3 kisses on a cheek. And then the next thing is, so I'm sure you all are familiar with Smurfs, the, blue little funny creatures from a story for children. So I'm not sure if you know this, but that's the way we also call police in Poland, police officers, and Smurfy. And the reason behind it is that obviously their uniforms are blue, so they were blue, just like Smurfs, so Smurfy. And the next thing is slippers, kapcie. Polish people love slippers. So when we're in the house, we take their shoes off, and if you ever happen to visit a Polish family, you, even if they tell you like, oh no, please, you don't have to take your shoes off, I think you should, because it would be seen as politeness. And we even have slippers for guests. So, and the next thing is Polish children tend to have quite a big amount of uncles and aunts that they are totally not related to. The reason for it is that usually, when a child meets you at first, they will refer to you as a pan or pani, say madam, but then later on, when they get to know you and you are a friend of the family, there is a big chance they will actually address you as uncle or aunt, wujek, ciocia. Because when you use pan, pani, say madam, that shows authority, also age difference. And obviously when we're talking about children, there is, for them it's always a huge age difference. But later on, when they start to call you aunt or uncle, so that means they actually they like you. It's a sign that they like you, they got to know you, you are a friend of the family. But reality is, you, as a child, you have a whole neighborhood of uncles and aunts, which is actually quite nice, quite pleasant. Okay, and then the next thing is escalators. So, contrary to English people, we do not stand on the right. We tend to stand wherever we want, and even if that, causes lines and queues, so you can just say excuse me, przepraszam, and then try to find your way. But I would say that we don't really have that like polite queuing culture the way like English people, are famous for. Especially if time is of the essence. When you're like, you want to get on the train or on the bus and it's very crowded, it can get, like pretty nasty, I would say. So be aware of that.
A patrz drugi. Nie, ten pierwszy.
And the next thing is meal times. So our meal times are slightly different from English people. So we obviously have breakfast, śniadanie, which is like regular breakfast, like sandwich, scrambled eggs, things like that. Then later on, especially children at school have second breakfast, drugie śniadanie, which is very similar to breakfast. So again, a sandwich, a small snack basically. And then we don't really have lunch. We wait, I would say, until like 4 o'clock, basically until you finish school or work, so like between 4 or 5 maybe. And then we have obiad. Obiad in dictionaries is often translated to as lunch or sometimes dinner. To me, it's the biggest meal of the day. The meal that is supposed to make you feel full. So it's like potatoes, some fish or meat, vegetables, things like that. It should not be just like small little salad. So lunch, I would say yes, maybe this term is becoming more popular, obviously, especially in big cities in Poland, and especially if you work for like a big company. But still, in the past, we didn't really use that term. So, and then after dinner, the biggest meal, later in the evening, it's what we call kolacja. So it's like supper. It's basically the same as breakfast. So again, a sandwich, scrambled eggs or boiled eggs, and that should be the last meal of a day. Okay, and then the next thing is, since we are on the topic of meals and food, I'm not sure if you know this, but on Sunday we have like a traditional meal dish, which is for dinner, right? For the main meal of the day, we as a starter we have chicken soup with noodles, which is called rosół. And then as a main meal, it's pork chop with potatoes and sauerkraut or some vegetables or mixed salad. And I would suggest, if you ever happen to be on a Sunday in Poland, to go to a nice restaurant and try it, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. I mean, unless you're a vegetarian, then don't. Okay, and then the next thing is an open sandwich. That's, I would say, very popular in Poland. So the thing is, it shouldn't be like too simple, like, bread with a lonely piece of ham. I mean, it could be, but technically there should be quite a lot going on that sandwich. So use your imagination. It can be like, let's say, cheese with cucumber or ham or, tomato with onion, just quite a nice, really nice looking, colorful sandwich. Okay, and then the next thing is pizza dip. So we call it sauce, and we actually like a lot of it. So sometimes you can have pizza and that it's just dripping in all that deep sauce. So my Italian students are always like really surprised, not in a positive way, like what's going on that pizza. But to be honest, I like it. I think it tastes good. So yeah. And then the next thing is no vinegar with chips. So we like it simple, just salt and ketchup. Or maybe some mayo if you want to be extravagant, but no vinegar. Okay. And the last thing that I wanted to mention is tea. So I think maybe some of you know it. In Poland, the whole concept of drinking tea with milk is quite unheard of. We find it always very surprising when we hear about it. We like our tea with lemon or just black strong tea. But tea with lemon is quite good, especially if you are feeling a bit under the weather. So it's supposed to make you feel better. Okay. One more thing, yes, that I wanted to mention is the meaning of the word no in Polish language. It can actually mean, it means yes, tak. But take a look at my pronunciation. It's not no, it's no. No. Did you see my head movement? Because I'm saying yes, I'm agree. So that's why no, no. So Polish no means yes, tak. It's informal, obviously, quite colloquial. And as a child, you tend to get told off by a teacher or parents, like, don't say no, say yes, tak. But I know that English speakers find it very confusing. If it's at the beginning of the sentence, no, and the rest of the sentence follows, then it's just emphasis. So if I say no wiem, it means yes, I do know, or no tak, oh yes, emphasis. And very often you can hear Polish people on the phone going like, no, 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 no. So we are just saying like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like to show that we are interested in the conversation, basically. Okay, guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you have found it interesting and maybe a little bit surprising. And please remember to subscribe and visit us on Facebook or on our internet website www.polishmastery.co.uk. Dziękuję Wam bardzo. Do zobaczenia. Pa, pa!